It's a little bit fresh today, around 2 degrees at the moment. There's still a little bit of ground frost knocking about, but I'm not going to let that stop me cooking up a bit of lunch. Look at that. It's not a bad back garden, is it? I say back garden. A couple of miles from home. We're not going to be having a full-on picnic today, but we are going to have Chinese pork stir-fry noodles. Move seats, the lighting is better from this angle. I need something warm to sit on though. Just got an offcut from an old roll mat. Does the job. It's cheap as chips. Oh, that is better. Right, so let's have a look at what we've got. Got some egg noodles. Not going to use all of those though. Frying pan. Ooh. My refrigerator. So I've got some ready-made pork stir-fry Chinese style in there. So these are great, these thermos flasks for keeping your meat fresh. So overnighter. Next day, you can put anything in it. Get a piece of steak, roll it up, shove it in there. Perfect. Definitely top coat weather. I've even bought a top coat for my gas canister. Gas doesn't work so well in these kind of conditions, so got a little cover for it which helps it perform that little bit better. Fishermen love these. In fact, I think this is from a fishing shop. Not a fishing chip shop. And my stove of choice today is the Kovea Spider, or Kovea Spider, however you pronounce it. So we shall get that set up first of all. So what I'm going to do first is almost cook the noodles. So normally when I'm doing dried noodles is that I use a little cook pot of some description. But you can boil water in your frying pan just as easily. So instead of bringing 2 pots, you just go in with one. Fire it up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to boil the water up first. I'm going to have a coffee as well. The beauty with this stove as well, with it being colder weather, you can invert the gas canister with it because it's got a preheat tube, a little brass thing there. It means you can get down to much lower temperatures with the gas. Just a little cup today. Not taking very long to boil in this shallower pan. It's not boiling, but it's definitely hot enough for my cuppa. Bit harder to pour though from a frying pan. Get some noodles in. So these are egg noodles. They come in individual portions, I believe. Should have brought another bag. That's I have brought another bag. I can use my little dry sack thing. Keep the noodles in there. Little spatula. These silicone ones are really good. Good for scraping your hands clean afterwards as well. Don't need to cook these all the way through. Just enough to absorb enough water, if you know what I mean. They are done enough, so I'm just going to use my plate to to drain off the excess water. Just put that on the top there. Make sure you don't burn yourself. Stick it back on the pan for a second just to get rid of any last little bits of water that's in there. This is the main event. Turn the gas off a second. So inside this flask, I don't know if you can see it, we've got Chinese style pork with, it's just peppers, so different mixed colour peppers. I actually bought this from my local butcher's ready made. I've made it before myself. It's just, you know, sliced bits of pork really, marinated overnight with some kind of Chinese spice mix, and just pop your vegetables in there. So we're gonna see if we can get this to come out. I've crammed quite a lot in. In fact, let's get it in. Feeling hungry anyway. Yeah, definitely recommend some sort of flask. Right, let's get this fired up again. Use the posh lighter this time, easier. Right, and let's just get this all mixed up and cooked up. So it'll take a little while to cook the pork, but that'll finish off the noodles as well. So let's say the noodles are only half cooked. It does look nice though, doesn't it? So what I really should have done was took the noodles out and put them to one side on my plate, because it would have been easier to cook the meat. Now it's tangled up in all the noodles, but we'll get there. Absolutely gorgeous day again. It's a bit cold for picnic weather, I suppose, but perfect if you're the kind of person that likes to get out in the colder months as well. Forgot about my coffee. Gonna have to eat this with a spoon as well. I've forgotten my knife and fork. Get these noodles to the top and the meat on the bottom. You can help with the cooking as well by putting a little bit of water in, and that'll start to bubble a little bit and just steam things through. Looks about done to me, that. What do you think? Although pork's one of those things you need to be a bit wary on. Let's have a look. Let's break this open. Ha! Yeah, certainly cooked. Decent sized portion though. So if anyone wants a bit, put your hand up. Smells lovely. Right, let's get that stove turned off. Want my little plate. I've done that wrong way for that camera, haven't I? Got some veggies on there as well. Stick that one out of the way. Looks a bit pink, doesn't it? No idea what they put in that sauce. Peppers are nice. This is the bit that I'm looking forward to. It's really nice, that. Well done, Crawshaws in Hillsborough. So there's nothing complicated about this. I've not even done the stir fry myself, but I just wanted to try and encourage a few of you, just whatever you're doing, you can do it outdoors as well. You don't have to sit in the house and fire the stove up. You can get out, and autumn's lovely. All these beautiful colours. We've had a little bit of frost and snow in the area. Yeah, don't lock yourself in the house just because it's getting a little bit colder and a little bit darker nights earlier. And my little tip from this video is the fridge. You know, lots of people ask me how I carry around, even in the summer, things like steak and prawns even. So you can, things like prawns, sometimes I'll take them frozen, and then they'll stay in here, and by the time I get them out they're still frozen. You can defrost them quickly just by putting a bit of water around them, leave it for 10 minutes and drain off the water. I suppose you could cook all of this at home and stick it in your flask and bring it out with you. But you need an excuse to fire the stove up, don't you? So another way I keep things like meat fresh is I just get some that you can get ice blocks that fit into an insulated bag. You've probably used one before for your packed lunch at work. They are great. I used to have a My Little Pony one. if I've got it, I'll put a clip from the video of it. But yeah, when you're out in the hills, who cares what's on the outside? It only cost me a couple of quid. Right, slight change of plan. I'm full, can't eat anymore. So what I do with my waste food and my dirty pots and stuff like that, leave no trace also means not chucking half a Chinese on the ground. You know, a fox, or I know you've got to feed the birds and stuff, but they do not want to be eating this. So what I'm going to do is scrape into there. I'm going to put my plate on top like that, and then this bag that I've shown you a few times now, these are completely waterproof. I think it was £2 from IKEA. So I've said before it was Aldi, it's IKEA. But it's great for taking your rubbish home, it's great for taking dirty pots and pans home. And I have to put these noodles in the top pocket or of my bag. I just check that the pan is not hot, which it isn't. So these can just go in here. And then when I get home, I can put the food into a bowl at home, maybe eat it later. That is now sealed, not going anywhere. It's not going to end up all over my bag, which is the most important thing. That's all I've got for you in this video. Hope you're enjoying this colder weather. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.